Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. You might be having a little bit of a deja vu because it's Bishop against XiaoShuai again. And the map is deja vu. Crazy. Yes, I know. They played 2 games in a row on the ladder. Wanted to take a look at both of them. I actually did kind of enjoy breaking down that particular last game. I think that if you haven't seen it, I mean, it's up to you if you want to go watch, but that Valkyrie rush, these quick Valkyrie builds, they are a little bit all in. Like, you really do have to get a lot done with them. There was not a great transition coming up. And I think as Zergs improve a little bit on how they're holding them, like, we looked at it, and if XiaoShuai had been super decisive and been able to eliminate that first push, then the Terran game plan basically falls apart. So while it's an important build and a strong build that Terran can do, you know, it has its limitations. It's hard to deal with. It's harder to deal with for Zerg, I would say, than it is to do for Terran. And builds like that give you a lot of bang for their buck. For instance, there's a lot of Protoss versus Terran builds like that. There's a lot of Zerg versus Protoss builds like that. And there's some builds like this in Terran versus Zerg that exist like that as well. I would say, like, 8 racks is probably another one there, where it's definitely easier to do an 8 racks than to successfully defend it. So, yeah, builds like that. The thing is, once you start smashing them, like, man, your level goes so far up. Because so many people just, you know, when you get builds like that, it's, you know, that's the way where you don't want to be just an abuser. It's good to have builds like that, but if you only do builds like that, that's what I would personally call like an abuser. Someone who just does builds that are hard for their opponent to beat. They're not particularly high skill. They don't particularly have good transitions out of them or anything. It's just like, yeah, this is helping me to punch above my weight class, basically. You guys can let me know what you think if you'd agree with my assessment on that. But I'm pretty comfortable and pretty confident with it. Now, this is a very nice wall. He is going for a very fast factory. This might be... It looks like it's going to be a Wraith build because he's still mining gas. There's only like 3 things that this can be, realistically. It could have a second factory. Normally, you would probably take a couple SCVs off gas for like 30 seconds to a minute to do that. It could be like a vulture drop, or it could be 2 starport wraith. Those are kind of the only things that really exist, and the 2 factory one doesn't really exist. Only like a couple players ever do that. So I would say that this is very likely a wraith build. Yeah, there it is. There it is. This is the Bishop that you came to see yesterday, and you're getting the delivery today. So going to be Bishop's wraith build against XiaoShuai. We're going to see how our Chinese Zerg is going to be able to deal with that. It's very, very hard to deal with. We've seen some interesting ways to play against it. I liked some of the things Sulky was doing, if you recall correctly, or if I recall correctly. You guys can double check me on that, but I remember him doing things like he'd go for a few Hydras, but also go Muta on time. And that type of thing is like, okay, well, we're definitely sacrificing some Zerg economy, but you're really stretching what the Wraiths are capable of. Burrow has been a big thing that a lot of Zergs have been doing to hide the drones from being hit. Obviously, Overlord speed and things such as that. Now, a Vulture gets in, so this is actually more dangerous than the Wraiths in a lot of way. XiaoShuai is trying to catch it like crazy right now. He's got a box. He's doing a good job boxing in, and he will end up killing it. Okay, that was super, super painful, though. Super painful. Oh, wow, he's sending way too many drones out here. Okay, yeah, he turns a couple around. But losing 3-4 drones to a Vulture that sneaks in your base is near game ending, but not quite. I would say because that this is a Wraith build. Like, if he was doing a macro build, like a macro mech build, there would be more potential for a comeback here. Because it's a Wraith build, that little bit of extra pressure it's going to stack up, right? So like if normally he would get 4 drones here, You have to add 3 to 4 on from that vulture suddenly. It's like, oh man, your economy is really being devastated. Really devastated. You can see another hatchery going up to kind of as a blocking hatchery. Yeah, gets that Overlord. We have a couple of Scourge and a couple of Mutas being made. So 6 kills, one of which is an Overlord. I don't think he has time to kill that, does he? Maybe he does. Yeah, with this good micro, if anything pops, he should be able to get away still. Wow, he brings up 2 more immediately. Here come the Scourge. He's bringing them down to try to catch. Okay, Mutas come out. There's obviously no cloak as of yet. He has no add-ons, so can't fully engage. Gonna run home. Really bad situation here for XiaoShuai. You can see just the micro, the decision-making here of Bishop. And different games require different add-on times. I think because he got the damage with the Vultures, he realized he was going to be able to put on so much damage with his Wraiths, the Mutalisk count wasn't going to get high enough to actually contend against them. Once the Mutalisk count gets closer to the Wraith count, you need the Cloak to utilize Cloak tactics so that you don't just lose to Muta Scourge. But in this situation, I think he's looked at it and said, yeah, I've hurt you so badly, you can't quite achieve the numbers you need for that. And so he's literally skipped Cloak this whole time, and it looks like he's not even going to get it. Now, he's sending out some Marines. We have seen this a couple times on this channel, but not in a few years, I want to say. Or maybe at least 1 year, but it's been a while since I've commentated a game that looks like this, where you just make Marines on stop and send. But this is more than enough damage to kill the Sunken. And the Marines just add that little bit extra. The Wraiths alone couldn't quite beat this, but when you put the Marines in, should be a pretty easy victory there. Okay, well, the Mutas, they come up. He actually does a really good job eliminating the Marines for the most part here. And he's just shy of what he needs. Look at this, 5 against 3 left over. Just shy of what he needs. Because if he had, let's say that he had 3 more Mutas there, which would have been easy if he hadn't lost so many drones, he would have been able to moving shot the Wraiths all the way home and kill them. So that would have gone, like, grossly into XiaoShuai's favor, but, like, perfect reads here, basically. And look at this, putting that extra damage of the Marines out, helping him to kill those Scourge. It looks like this game is just about done. Just too few drones left over. Going to be able to take out everything. GG is called. So a bit one-sided. I do want to just jump back and take a look at the Vulture running by. Because when something like that happens, I want to say either the Sunken was one hex too far back, or maybe it missed a shot right here. Let's see. That Vulture's going to come out in a second. Okay, so yeah, he started that right up at the front of his creep, so that's how far out he could put it. It's a little bit to the right. Because this is a bit wide, he might have been afraid of the Vulture. Like, if you put this here, the Vulture probably won't go up the ramp. And then if it runs back here, you're going to be in real big trouble. Oh, and now we see. Okay, so hold on. It's crazy, the difference small moves make. So he was blocking the ramp here, and he got the SCV really low. The SCV decided to attack, because what Bishop wants is to go up the ramp. So his best dream here is to get this drone out of the way. So look at this. So he's attacking a lot, and so a nice drill back, but then he moving shots this. If the drone stays here, the entire game looks different. He knows that something's up. That's why he's making the Sunken so quickly. So let's take a look. Chases this. He's trying to get the kill with his fancy micro. So let's see. One hit. Misses that hit as well. That's a heartbreaker. So he missed one hit going up the ramp, which obviously would bring it down much lower, make it a lot easier to kill off. If you leave that drone there, that drone is technically on high ground, and this would take 3 shots with no misses to kill that drone, and the Sunken kills it. So that, what a big difference that is. What a big difference to chase that SCV down to get it killed a little bit faster. You can lose games in StarCraft for very, very, very stupid reasons. And a lot of them, as you get better and better at the game, are you trying to optimize something that in that particular case should not have been optimized. Here it was XiaoShuai trying to optimize killing the SCV as quickly as possible with the moving drone shot because SCV is only at 10 health. Where really what he needed to do was maintain the block. And did he know 100% of Ultra was coming? Maybe not. Maybe not. He obviously has a feeling that something's going on here with this. So, yeah, that's pretty wild. Okay. Well, StarCraft's unforgiving. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this Wraith beatdown. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.